AFTV because I'm a lifelong Arsenal fan.
I was going to say the next.
Yeah, lifelong Arsenal fan. And one of my friends who, me and him used to go to Highbury together when Arsenal was at Highbury. He was a season ticket holder as well. And we'd done a little business in the past that did all right. And then it sort of went all pear-shaped, right?
Yeah.
But we're still good friends. And I see him doing a channel. So he had a boxing channel.
Oh, boxing channel, okay.
Yeah, it's called IFL TV. Still got it to this day. Coogan Cassius.
Yeah.
Good friend.
He's doing well.
And I see him, I was like, Coogan, this thing you're doing is right, man. I like it, man. And like, well, you could do this for football.
Yeah.
He's going, here, but Robbie, how are you going to get all the players? Because he gets all the top boxers.
Yeah, he does. He's done well.
I said, no, I don't want to get the boxers. I want to speak to fans because we never hear from fans, right? Yeah. Everything's just, I'm not really interested, to be honest, in interviewing players because a lot of them, they don't really give you a good... I want to speak to fans because I go, the conversations me and you have before and after a game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I really wanted him to join up with me and do it because, obviously he had experience in filming and editing and I had none. I didn't even have a social media account.
What year was this?
This would have been around about 2011.
2011, okay, yeah.
And I'm sort of saying to him, I remember I put together a little proposal and I brought it to him and he said, Robbie, I'll be honest with you, I'm too busy with my thing. So I was like, what am I going to do?
You took your business plan, you just like...
My business plan, you just went from there to...
You spent days on it,
Right, so I'm just like, what am I going to do? This is it now. Like, I can't do it because I don't know, I ain't got a clue. And then one day I just thought, nah. Oh man, I'm not going to make this dream die. I remember I was in America. I went to a men's conference there, and there's a pastor was talking on this men's conference, and he said something in that. He said, "If any of you," the conference was they was touching on business for some reason here,
right?
And he goes, if any of you have got a business idea, because he goes, the problem with people, they have good business ideas and stuff like that. Sometimes they have dreams and they never follow it through. And he goes, do you know how many great ideas, how many great people have dreams and that, and they just make it get suppressed and they never do it. And he goes, I challenge every man here, if you've got a dream or a business idea, when you leave here, go and execute it. And it's like, it seemed like this guy was talking, I felt like he was talking to me because I'd had this idea.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was determined after that. I was like, you know what? That's like a sign. I'm gonna do this. Yeah. And I went back to England. A friend of mine that I knew, I said to him, I go, listen, I'm doing this thing, Arsenal Fan TV. I want you to build me a website, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah. And then he rang me up a couple of days later and he goes, Robbie, I've been sort of looking through your idea, man. It's pretty cool. He goes, I know a little bit about YouTube, He goes, I know how to film and edit.
Right.
So I said, is it? I go, when did you start doing that? He goes, now I sort of help out at a little studio sometimes. So, and he goes, I could probably get you, because I had also, I was doing the idea, I had no money to do that, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, you know what? He goes, you're going to need a camera and all that and things like that. He goes, but I could borrow a camera from the studio and a microphone. And I said, yeah, get that, man, thing. And then, borrowed all that. And then he just, he joined up with me. And then we just turned up at Arsenal, started interviewing fans, and it started from there.
So did you have a plan of where you're going to go with the AFTV? Or just a case of, right, did you have a forecast? Or you thought, this is
No, not really. I just had the idea and I was just like, first thing I'm going to do is just execute it.
Yeah.
I had a plan. My plan was, right, I'm going to do every home game.
Right, okay.
And interview fans. But I didn't really, because the problem I had with what I was doing is it's never been done before.
It's new.
So this is something brand new.
Yeah. It's
never been done before. So I've got nothing to gauge it off of. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's a complete disruption play. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I couldn't really make a plan. All I could sort of do is think about, I said to my guy right from the start, I said, what are we going to do, right? It's okay, let's not concentrate on making money. Let's just make great content. I'm sure if we make great content, money's going to come.
Yeah. So
that's what I just concentrated on. And I remember we did the first game, which actually was against Tottenham, right?
Did you win?
Of course we won, man. 5-2, right? That was the first game we ever did, right? And then I said to my guy, do you know what? It's not a bad reaction when you consider, because I remember like there was a couple of videos, they did like 100 views.
Yeah.
And we were high-fiving each other.
100 views, 100 people.
Yeah, and that's what, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, wow, that's amazing. And then I'm like, you know what? We were only going to do home games, but let's go and try an away game next week.
Yeah.
And then we had Aston Villa away, the next game. We went and done that. And again, the reaction was unreal. And like people were saying, oh, I didn't know what it looked like outside. That's the first time I knew that's how it looks like outside a football ground.
All right, I've seen it, yeah.
So I realised that we're giving people a real insight as well. And yeah, from there I was just like, we've got to do every game. Even though I was like, I don't know where we're going to get the money from, but we have to do every game. And from then on, we just started doing every single game.
Yeah.
And over a period of time, with the consistency and with determination and hard work and everything, we just started to build a real following. And as I said, there's no blueprint for it. So it was really hard to forecast. And And then the other thing is about YouTube at that time is you go to people and you say, yo, how do you make money? What's that? Explain to, and nobody want to tell you. It was almost like some sort of closed shop. Like, you go and ask someone, oh, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, but you've got a thing, you've got a channel in it. How do you make money? Yeah, nobody wanted to tell you stuff. So it was completely, you're in the dark.
Right.
But I don't know, I just had belief that this could be something.
When did it blow up then? When did it blow up? So you put because every YouTuber now watching this, they're inspired by you. So obviously their story. So you put the first videos, you get the 100 views. And most people now will see 100 views as like that. Oh, you just forget it. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people.
They want millions of views straight away.
Yeah, they want millions of views straight away. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to earn your way to that. You know, I always say to people, even if you did one video, and you got 1 million views off your first video, you probably wouldn't get that off the next one. I mean, I've seen lots of people go viral, blow up, big video.
That could be worse in a way because you just blown up.
And then they just don't know how to follow it up.
Yeah.
You're better off building it up to that organically, you know?
Yeah.
So, it was just, when it started to blow up, it's like after the first year, I started to see, like, you know, we went from like zero. I can't remember when we hit 100,000 subscribers, but I think it was in the second year of doing it, we got to 100,000 subscribers. And that was a moment. I remember when we hit 60,000 subscribers, and I was like, wow, that's the same amount of people that's in the Emirates Stadium.
Yeah, if you look
I was like, I can't believe this. This is ridiculous, you know? And then I remember when we hit 100,000, I was like, this is amazing. And as well, especially what pleased me is that there were people telling me, I remember there was the guy who used to work at YouTube at the time. I think he still does, but he moved to LA. And I was talking to him one day. I was at some YouTube event that I managed to sneak into, right? And I was chatting to him. And he was an Arsenal fan, so he knew the channel.
Right.
Them times we were still quite small, right? And I was going, what do you reckon? And he goes, yeah, I've seen a couple of your videos, Robbie, but the only thing is, he goes, I don't think you'll get beyond about 10,000 subscribers max.
10,000.
Because he goes, you can't show footage because you don't have the rights to it. You're not able to interview players and stuff like that. I say, yeah, but we're interviewing fans. We're doing it different. He goes, yeah, but I don't think that will really. He goes, I'm just giving you my honest opinion of it.
Yeah.
And I remember I walked away from that.
Be disheartened a bit.
I was a bit disheartened because I was thinking, boy, you know what I mean? I was hoping the guy was going to say to me, that this is going to blow up and that. And, you know, I was really deflated a bit. But then I remember the next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to show these man that this will do 10,000. Nah, we'll get more than that. This thing can take off, man. This can be big. I'm going to show it. Yeah. And we did. And I remember when we got 100,000, right, I saw him again, right?
Yeah.
And he said, Robbie, because anytime you hear me talk, don't listen. Don't listen to nothing I say. And that's the thing, when you're doing something new that no one's kind of done before, that's it. You ain't really got nothing to gauge it off. You are in the dark, but you just got to believe.
You've got to, I think this is the new generation. I'm a bit older, and obviously we're towards the 50s and what's in our audio, Robbie. But do you know what I mean? It's a case of nowadays we have that conversation when we're talking is, people get disheartened very quickly.
Very, too quick.
But you said to me something interesting in the last conversation. Tell me any person that's made it, that's not had heartbreak or not had challenges.
100%.
I can't name them, can you? You know, we've had our challenges.
Look at some of the biggest YouTubers right now in this country. Someone like a KSI.
Yeah.
who, you know, I know him. I've seen that guy's journey. Number one, he's been doing YouTube for ages.
Yeah.
A lot of people think this guy's been around. He's been doing YouTube for literally since its inception.
Yeah.
Right? So he's had a long time at it. He's had serious setbacks. I remember there was one time when he came off YouTube for about a long period of time. Now he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world.
Yeah.
Is it Jake Paul? Remember he had that thing, he had some incident where it was something he did in Japan or something. That suicide.
Yeah, I remember that. They both got...
and they were going to... People saying he should be cancelled, this and that. He's finished. The guy now, he's come back. Man's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. The man's doing boxing fights, selling out things that him and his brother... Yeah, I mean, so you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have... and it takes time. Like, you can't... You know, I was speaking at a school this morning, and I was saying that to the kids. I was like, listen, think of it as a journey.
Yeah.
So if you're doing this podcast or if I'm doing my thing, when you start, it's a journey, right? No matter who you are or how good you are, how good you think you are, it's going to take time. You need some patience and you need to think of it as a journey. And I use the analogy, two analogies. Number one, schools.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, you guys turn up. You don't just turn up to high school and then go up to the teacher and say, actually, sir, can I do my GCSEs tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, you've got to learn. You spend years learning how to you get to that stage to take that. Then you've got to, if you pass that, you then got to study for your A-levels.
Yeah.
If you pass that, there's another process to becoming, you know, to getting your degree.
Yeah.
They can't skip that.
No.
You'll have the odd kid. There's some super whiz.
Yeah.
Who maybe, and even he wouldn't be able to do it immediately. And then I said to them, think of a football academy, right? I said, Messi, Ronaldo, the best footballers of our generation, they didn't just turn up, you know, Messi didn't just turn up to Barcelona and say, yeah, I'm the best player. And they put him in the first team the next day. He had to come through the academy.
Yeah.
All right, he made it into the team young, but he had to come through the academy. He had to do his learning. Same with Cristiano Ronaldo, had to come through the academy before then playing for Sporting Lisbon. Then he got his move to Man United. Then from Man United, he went to... It's a journey.
We don't see that bit. We don't see that
right?
bit.
So people, if you think that you're just going to turn on your camera today and it's just going to blow in one day, 1 week, even 1 year, it's not.
No.
You've got to be patient. You've got to treat it as a journey. And you've got to concentrate on making great content. And if you do all those things, it's going to come.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as I said, you get the odd person who just does a video and bang, viral. But sometimes they can't sustain that. It's very difficult because it's, like you said, it's come too early. So like, you're like, what do I do next? Like, how do I follow that up? That's what I like in music, isn't it? Where you get one-hit wonders. Where you'll have a guy who just blows up overnight. But then he doesn't know what...
You kind of feel sorry for him after because...
because, you know, he doesn't know what to tune to do next. Whereas you get some other, you know, sometimes you see some of these bands. And you see they've been playing for 3 years at various venues around. And then when they get their break now, they know how to handle it better. They got more of a bit of a catalogue of music. They've sort of done their craft in, you know, playing around various small clubs and bars. And so be patient. Treat it as a journey. I mean, because we are living in a time now where everybody just wants it overnight. And I can't think of many people who are successful that
overnight.
I don't really know any. And do you know any? I don't.
No. And if you study the lottery winners, when they get that money, they're obviously not been in business for so long. Exactly. You know that if you got money 25 years ago, if you got millions of pounds or whatever, you'd blow that on stupid things.
Definitely. Like, what that thing you say about lottery winners is so true. That's another one. Like, you get somebody win the lottery. And how many times do they lose it in quick time? Do they, you know, to blow all the money because they've never had that. They've never handled that money before. It's like, they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know all the issues that come.
That's correct.
When you start to earn money, right? The hawks that start to come down and try to take advantage of you. The
authority taxes, everything.
Taxes, all of a sudden you get loads of girlfriends.
Yeah.
You get, I mean, it's listen,
Crazy.
you, whereas if you're starting to build
and invest slowly,
you start to see the pitfalls, say, you ain't catching me with that, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the overnight thing, and even if you do win the lottery, that's what is that, 1 in a million?
Probably more.
Right,
Probably.
whereas most other people ain't going to win no lottery, right? So you've got to be patient. You've got to be, and you've got to, in business, it's a journey, and you must learn from your mistakes because you're going to make them. I've made loads.
Yeah.
And I try to always learn from them.
If you're not making mistakes, then you're not moving forward.
Yeah.
Because you learn from mistakes.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching that video. If you want to see other videos and great guests, make sure you subscribe and like the video. So you can now head over to my website where you can see a bit of my story of building and scaling my businesses, and also all the free resources and tools which you can help you on your journey in your brand and your business. You can also subscribe on the podcast, so you can check on iTunes, Spotify, and other locations where you can find the podcast. And I look forward to catching you very soon. Thank you.